Hi there, welcome back. I'm Penny at Salt and Wool Studio. Today I'm doing tutorial 24 and we're going to be hooking the back Barrens of the pattern Bakeapples Among the Tuckermore. So let me get started and show you what wools I'm going to use today. So the first three I've chosen are three orange colors. So I have a medium orange, a little bit darker shade orange, and then a rust color. This would be a orangey rust color. So I have those three colors. Do you see that? Let me turn up my light and then you can have a better look. So there are my three colors. Now I would not call this a bright orange. There is a brighter orange. This is a Briggs & Little color, and so is this one. This is Cascade wool. So that's where I got those three. The next thing I'm going to use is a tiny bit of the caramel Rasta Malabringo. I have this green pulled out that I got in Claremont at the Twin Knits Yarn Boutique. It's pretty green, so I'm going to use that for my Barren color. I'm going to add this one. This is another Rasta Malabringo. I'm not even sure the name of this one, but it's beautiful. It has all different variegated colors. I'm going to use a tiny bit of this in the blues, and I think that's going to give me that right look for the wetlands. So when the Barrens, where the marshy areas are too, where the Bakeapples grow, in real life, it's wet in places. So like if you're picking Bakeapples, don't be surprised if you see a muck hole or like a water hole next to where the Bakeapples are growing, because it grows in the wet, marshy, swampy areas around the Barrens. And so I'm going to put little pops of this in there, maybe a little tiny bit. Then the next part we're going to do is our tree line. And actually, I'm going to hook my tree line first. And I'm just going to do my tree line with this dark foresty green. This is a really dark green. This is a Cascade color. Yeah, so see that? It's a real dark color. So I'm just going to lay those over here for now. I'm going to lay that blue over. And the first thing we're going to do, as I was saying, is I'm going to hook that far background tree line. So now hooking that tree line in the pattern that if for those who have purchased it, the digital pattern, the picture is different than the tree line that I'm hooking in my pattern, and I've changed it. And so you can hook this two ways. You can hook it as per the picture that comes with that pattern on Etsy, or you can hook it the way that I'm hooking it. And all I'm doing is just doing a run of this dark green color across the sky, and it's going to be just jaggedly. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so you can see I've hooked in my far back tree line, and this is more like the foreground mountains almost, but it is simulating trees. So I'm just going to finish this up here now. So let's finish this up. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to put this color away. And now we're going to start on our Barrens. So I'm going to take out my colors for my Barrens and my wet marshy land. Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on these little blobby areas. And so I hauled out a few different colors and I wasn't quite sure. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add the water spots in here, okay? So let's do that, and let's see if I can get a piece out of here. Oh. Okay, let's hulk out that one. And this one here and here. Okay, so that's enough blue. I don't want a whole lot. It was just for a couple little places that I'm going to put some in. So let's do that first. So within the shape that I have in my foreground Barrens, I'm going to hook this blue color in, okay? So we're going to poke that in here next. Okay, so that's one place. I'm going to put one right here. This is a beautiful rug. I cannot wait to finish. I'm so excited to see this rug done. Oh my. Yeah. Okay. There's two. Grab another bit. Let's put a little bit right here. There's three. And let's put the last piece over here. Okay, so there are my 4 water spots. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this little bit of dark color, and we're going to hook that in between those spots. So I don't want to hook this close to the other wool, because I still want to keep within different fibers. Like I still want this to look pretty and unique. So I'm just going to hook in a little bit of this between those other colors. And this is all I'm doing here now. And I'm putting it on the underside of these shapes, okay? So like this. Actually, I have to tighten up my frames. Just give me 1 second there, because I forgot when I'm not in use, I slack my frame off a little tiny bit. So let me just tighten it up a little bit more. There we go. That's better. When I'm not working on my rug, I release the tension on my frame. And that's a good practice to do, just so you don't stretch out your linen when you're not using it. So the next color I'm going to use, I have my blue and this color caramel put in, and that little bit of blue is the darkest color in the rusty colors. And I'm going to just hook this along by the that caramel color. So I'm just hooking this like this. On this one. So I'm just poking that in there. Like so. Okay, that's the first one. Next one I'm going to put a little here by that blue pocket of water. So now this dark rust color, I'm just going to continue on hooking this one. Now I'm not hooking it in clumps like I have everything else. I'm just hooking it along like this. Okay, just going to put some over here on the end now. Okay. So that's enough. This is a beautiful contrast between this blue and this dark rusty color, actually. I like that. It looks really, really neat. It's not two colors that I would think to put side by side, but it's working out really well. So that's all good. All right, so let's go down to this one here now. And we're going to hook up a little bit here next to this caramel. Perfect. And one last bit over here for this one. So keep remembering now, this is our foreground Barrens that I'm hooking in and where the Bakeapples are. So we're going to hook these areas. I'm finished with this one, by the way, so I'm going to put that away there now. Moving on to my medium orange color. And so what we're simulating here is going to be our Bakeapple areas of this rug. So this is going to be the Bakeapples off in the distance in amongst the marshy part. And our area around these spots, we're going to hook in just one solid color of green. And that is going to make this look beautiful. Now, this color that I'm hooking in here, you can see that I'm working my way, whoops, let's just pull this out so I can explain it to you. So when I'm hooking this color, I'm not hooking in the line, I'm not following this time. This time I'm hooking 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm changing direction. And then I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm filling in the area a bit more. So this is how I'm doing it. See that? Let me zoom in now so you can have a good look at what I've just hooked there. So here we go. Just trying to line up my camera here so you can get a good view. And I'm hooking this in like a clump of orange. I'm not hooking the same way I did with the dark rusty color. I'm hooking back and forth on this color. and I'm just filling the area. So now I've hooked that little clump there. I really like that. So I'm going to continue to fill in this area now. So I'm not hooking any lines or following the edge of the outline. We're just hooking it all in one clump here. Pretty clumpy. It's pretty. Oops. So that is really pretty. Okay, so I'm just cutting off some more. Okay, we're almost done here now. Just hooking the last little bit of this color. Okay, so I have my medium orange all put in, so let's put that one away. And the last of the orange is this one, and this is the lightest color, and I'm just going to pull off a bunch here now. And I'm going to use this as my highlighter for these areas. So we're not going to hook in clumps again. I'm just going to hook a bit here and there, and I'll show you what I'm doing now. So here it is. And I'm just following in along the edge of this darker color, the medium orange, like this. And I'm only going to hook on the top side, on this side, not on the bottom side of it. I'm only hooking it on the top side. There we go. So that's one area. Then I'm going to do right here. I'm just going right along this edge. Okay. It's my second one. I'm just trimming my tails. And I'm just going to move back a little now. So that's it for the highlighting color. That's all I'm going to put in. And next we're going to just fill with this green, this really pretty green color. And we're just going to fill all of that area now with this color. Now this part is going to take a little bit, so I'm just going to fast forward through it so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Now we're all done. The Bakeapple Barrens. I'm just going to zoom out now so you can have a good look at everything. Okay, so now you can see my Bakeapple Barrens. Beautiful. And that's this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching today. And yeah, the next one I'm going to do the sky in this pattern, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Please like, share, tell your bug hooking friends about me most importantly, and help me grow my page so I can continue to do these patterns and do what I love and show you. Okay, bye for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.